All right, this is going to sound really silly, but did you know that first-time homebuyers, they may have purchased or owned a home in the past already and still be considered a first-time homebuyer? Let's break it down. It's Brad first, the mortgage guy. We're licensed in all 50 states plus DC. Myself and my team, we try to bring you some tips for first-time homebuyers each and every Friday. We call it First Time Friday. So a large part of our business is helping people make the jump from living at home or renting into purchasing and owning and building wealth and building equity. There's a reason why the net worth of homeowners is like just multiples and multiples higher than those who don't own. So hit us up. We're going to help you through that. But let's first define what a first-time homebuyer is, because this might help you in the future purchase a home. As a first-time homebuyer, there's a lot of programs that potentially come available to you in terms of assistance with down payment, assistance maybe with closing costs, and there's even some of those programs for non-first-time homebuyers too. But the awesome ones that are out there, most every single one is going to find a first-time homebuyer as somebody who has not owned a home in the past 3 years. So some people think, well, I've never bought a house before. I inherited this house, or I didn't buy the house. I'm just on the deed to the house. If you've owned a home in the past 3 years, you're not going to be considered a first-time homebuyer, except there's some caveats to that too. Most programs actually exclude you from owning a home in the last 3 years if it wasn't an owner-occupied home. So let's give an example here. Let's say you inherited a multifamily from a relative somewhere, okay? That multifamily, you never lived in that home, but you have owned it in the last 3 years. Well, if you're purchasing an owner-occupied property, you could potentially be considered a first-time homebuyer still, just having not lived in the home that you owned in the past 3 years. Now, the one caveat for almost every state program that's out there is you can't own another home currently. So if you own that multifamily and you sold it 6 months ago, even though you owned it, you could still be considered a first-time homebuyer. So it gets a little bit intricate as far as the definition is concerned. But again, you're not expected to know that stuff. I'm expected to know that stuff. That's why when we talk on the phone, we're asking a bunch of questions to determine which programs you might qualify for. Anybody who is purchasing a home, these questions that I'm asking is trying to get out of people, what is your housing ownership history, so we can determine what programs you might qualify for. Almost every state has a program that could help you out, get past that major hurdle of down payment and or closing costs. Okay, so first-time homebuyers haven't owned a home in the past 3 years, and most of the time, as long as you haven't owned a home that you've lived in the past 3 years, you may still qualify as well, and it will open you up to programs potentially with rate discounts, programs potentially with money for closing costs and down payment. All those programs out there that are super advantageous for you. If you are looking for a mortgage person to help you weed through all this stuff, you could turn to ChatGPT, but I promise I got a lot of information for you here too. That ChatGPT, it's pretty cool, let's be honest, but there's a lot of stuff and a lot of misinformation out there. So it's super important to get on the phone and discuss what options might be available to you. So hit me up. We'd love to help. We've been doing this for 27-ish years almost, and we'd love to make you the next first-time homebuyer out there. It's Brad, the mortgage guy. Like, subscribe, please. Every week we're giving you some more information to help you make that leap, all right? And share with your friends too that are looking to purchase. We'd love to help them as well. All right, have a good one.